Thank you for listening. Please like, share and subscribe our channel. Have a nice day. Now we are going to read 6th chapter of the book How to Think Bigger, Aim Higher, Get More Motivated and Accomplish Big Things, written by Meadows, Martin. Chapter 6, How to Achieve the Impossible. Nothing is impossible for a man who refuses to listen to reason, was one of the favorite sayings of a legendary copywriter, Gary Halbert. It's one of the truths that guides my life and perfectly explains how to achieve the impossible. When you read the history behind some of the biggest achievements in human history, you'll quickly notice how many of them were considered impossible. Even today, when you consider how much the world has changed since the last century, it sounds impossible. You have access to all the world's knowledge in your smartphone. You can get to virtually anywhere in the world in a day or two. People live longer and in much better health than ever before. How much of this vision would come true if the people who are behind it listened to reason? Would we fly planes today? Would there be cars everywhere? Would so many people work from the comfort of their homes, conducting transactions with people from the other side of the world? If you want to think bigger and be extraordinary, you are bound to hear from other people to get real. It's also likely you'll hear it from yourself. The limits of other people will affect your thinking. People told me that fasting every single day is unhealthy. Yet, I'm healthier and fitter than ever. Note, I don't claim intermittent fasting is for everyone, it just works for me. I believed that I would never deal with my shyness. Yet today I'm an extremely confident person. People say that you can't learn a foreign language in a few months. Yet, I was easily able to get by in Spanish after just a couple of months of studying. The secret of achieving ambitious goals, the secret to achieving bigger and bigger goals is self-efficacy, the strength of the confidence in your abilities. The more you believe you can achieve big things, the easier it will be to achieve the impossible. Without delving too deep into the concept of self-efficacy, I wrote a book about it, Confidence, How to Overcome Your Limiting Beliefs and Achieve Your Goals. There are 3 things you need to know about it. First and foremost, the most effective way to develop your self-efficacy is through achieving small wins and persisting in face of obstacles. You can't exactly start with nothing and build a $1 billion business right away or become a professional bodybuilder after a week of exercising. It takes blood, sweat and tears to get to this point. Even when you disassociate effort from reward, challenges still await you. Secondly, another effective way to develop more confidence in your skills is to watch others achieve success and model your behavior after them. We already covered how to do it. You are much more likely to think bigger and achieve big things if you are surrounded by people who strive to grow every single day. Finally, although self-efficacy is task-related, meaning that confidence in your ability to build a business doesn't directly translate to confidence in your skills to lose weight, your past performance affects all areas of your life. The more success you achieve in one thing, the easier it will be to achieve it in other areas. For instance, The catalyst for all changes in my life was working out and overcoming my shyness. Making my body stronger and becoming a self-confident person increased my confidence in the general ability to achieve success. It translated into success when learning foreign languages, building a business, and learning other skills like writing. Self-efficacy is the starting point for all achievements in your life. Without the belief that you can achieve a certain goal, you'll subconsciously sabotage yourself, either by putting too little effort or not even planning how to reach your objectives. I strongly suggest learning how to overcome your limiting thoughts and gain more confidence in your skills. Bold thinking requires bold attitude, and you won't exhibit it until you learn how to believe in yourself. It's all about your track record. All successful people started with small things and then turned them into bigger and bigger things. If you have big goals but lack experience, don't just wait until you magically gain it. Many people wish to start a business, but they constantly postpone their decision while looking for a perfect business idea that will make them millions. That's not how entrepreneurship works. Anything, including selling things on eBay or opening your lemonade stand, is better than inaction and looking for the perfect idea. Richard Branson started with breeding budgerigars, small parrots, and growing and selling Christmas trees. Both businesses failed, but the experience he gained from these ventures helped him later. A lot of people would like to write a novel. However, they never get around to it because they believe they need a brilliant idea and incredible writing skills. Guess what? There is no author in the world whose first work was good. Writing takes practice, and the best course of action for most novice writers is to start with short stories and slowly progress to novellas and then novels. Once again, waiting is detrimental to your success. It's the same with every achievement. If you want to lose weight, you don't need to wait until you are fit enough to run for a mile or longer. You start with short walks, gradually increase the speed and move on to jogging. It's hard to find an obese person who believes she can lose all excess weight until she focuses on the process and gradually increases her confidence. Moving from one small thing to a bigger one builds your self-efficacy, while also helping you gain experience and push your limits further and further. Establish your track record, no matter how small your current achievements will be. Bold goals will come later. A simple principle to shift big goals from someday to now. Peter Thiel, co-founder of PayPal, asks in his podcast on Tim Ferriss' show a fascinating question that can shift your mindset. If you have a 10-year plan and know how to get there, you have to ask, why can't you do this in 6 months? Often, we move our big goals to somewhere in the future, thinking that we are not ready yet. And although sometimes it's a valid approach, you can't become a surgeon in 6 months. In many instances it's possible to shorten the waiting period or start right away. Let's say you want to learn a foreign language someday when you'll have more free time. But let's be honest with yourself, you really can't find at least 15 minutes a day to learn it. Even 15 minutes a day is better than nothing. It's it's almost 2 hours of studying a week. Instead of achieving this goal someday, either never or at least a few years from now, you can achieve it in a year or two. Another example, you'd like to build a business, but in your plan, it can't happen sooner than in 2 years because you want to save enough money to quit your job and start it then. But in life, there are rarely just two choices. It's not about quitting your job or starting your business. You can build your business on the side and keep your job until your business gains enough traction to warrant giving in your notice. Often the only reason why we postpone acting on our goals is a lack of confidence in our abilities. The only solution to this problem is to start. Self-efficacy won't build itself. The impossible is possible, but only if you start. Shorter deadlines lead to better results. It's an adage that the amount of time one has to perform a task is the amount of time it will take to complete the task. The shorter your deadlines are, the more pressured you are to come up with a better way to achieve your goal. The longer your deadlines are, the more likely you are to procrastinate and take the less effective, manual approach. One example where this law is visible is writing books. Many people have a dream to write a book. Some of them act on it and work on their novel every now and then with no clear deadline. The most common outcome is that they will never finish writing it. Now consider what would happen if they set a goal to finish it in 3 months. 3 months is a lot of time, but it's short enough to increase your focus instead of dilly-dallying. Stephen King, arguably one of the best fiction writers, finishes the first draft of his novel in 3 months. If he can do it and write a best-selling story, so can you, perhaps without the best-selling part, at least not if it's your first story. I like to impose short deadlines on myself, as they increase my concentration, help me focus on the essence and achieve my goals much sooner. Without the pressure to act quickly, it would take me many more years to learn how to write books. However, since for several months I wrote about 100,000 words per month, I paid my dues much sooner than writers who set long deadlines and need a year, if not longer, to write their first 100,000 words, while, with a short deadline, you could already reach 1,000,000 written words. How to achieve the impossible? Quick recap 1. Nothing is impossible for a man who refuses to listen to reason. If you set big goals, people will tell you you're unreasonable. But they have told many successful inventors and other people who have changed the world. 2. You need to believe in your abilities to achieve success. There are 3 important things you need to know about self-efficacy. You build it by achieving small wins and persisting in the face of setbacks. Modeling after others can help you increase your confidence. Your past successes will improve your general confidence and help you achieve other goals. 3. Nobody has achieved big goals right away. You start with small achievements and gradually increase the level of your success. Waiting will only lead to inaction and wasted time. 4. Ask yourself how you can achieve your 10-year plan in 6 months or less. Oftentimes we postpone our goals simply because we make excuses or don't think creatively. 5. Set short deadlines to achieve much more in much less time. One of the reasons why people never complete their goals is a lack of urgency. By setting short deadlines and sticking to them, you'll get ahead, while others will still be taking their first steps. Thank you for listening. Please like, share and subscribe our channel. Have a nice day.